Okay, nice bright sun. Have this because I'm always theatrical. I always got to be theatrical in some way. It's just in my nature to do that. Anyway, got to talk about a couple of things right now. I don't even know if this is gonna fit. Hold on, let me just see here for a second. Hold on. Oh my gosh. All right, there you go for the sun. Protection for the sun. I don't know if that's gonna work, but it's not gonna work. Anyway, thought it was gonna work. All right, a couple of things we have to talk about here. All right. Okay. Here's a couple of very, very bad things that are happening. The government has sent out, in a sense, an SOS. They are not allowed to specifically come out and say what they're saying. I called the Social Security Administration a while back. They said people are impersonating federal officers, right? On the news, it said people are impersonating Secret Service officers. It's exactly to what I'm saying about, talking about, with people stealing people's stories. And it all lines up, it all matches up. You need to watch all my videos. And we're going to talk about the 2A because there's literally a cold war. It's a cold and a hot war because it's about sex, right? And it's about politics in forms of sex. There's girls that I've been with. What they're doing is they're getting my stories because the guys that they're with suck, right? They want to sleep with certain dudes. Earmuffs to those who aren't. This is a real talk. This is what they're doing. They want to sleep with a certain kind of guy, right? But they're terrible, right? They're boring. They're getting stories from somebody like me, right? They're sleeping with somebody else. They're using my material, and they're sending those guys to come after me. And so it completes the circle. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing 110%. Call the Social Security Administration. They said there's people impersonating federal officers. It was on the news that people are impersonating Secret Service agents. Key and Peele did a skit about somebody getting back into their car. He's like, no, don't get in your car. Don't get in the car. They're literally stealing things. They're stealing things from me. The reason why they're after me, not after the people who are making billions of dollars, because they're all part of it, right? And there's even elements of our government who are like, we need help, right? It's like we can't go out on the news and say this. We have to, the Social Security Administration left it on a message that there's people impersonating federal agents in our own government, right, are saying this, leaving SOSs out there for people to they say don't answer your door, right? That's what I said. On the news, there's people impersonating Secret Service agents, and what they're doing is they're literally out to get my stories. The girls that I've been with, watch Gwen Stefani's What Are You Waiting For, right? A lot of symbolism in that. Watch it, and she's going like this, and she's crying, right, while she's like, right, same thing with Pink and like You in Your Hand, right? It's all sexual. All these images are sexual. Gwen Stefani, What Are You Waiting For, right? Watch that music video, and she's like crying. There's a lot there, and it's literally demonic, but they're like, would be with me, right? Go sleep with another guy, give them my stories, and then tell that guy where I am to come get me, right? No. So then they can steal my stories, and then they're going to do what it's terrible, right? And there's people in the government that knows about it, right? There's people in the military that know about it, right? That's what they're doing. It's a secret Cold War, and it's hot, right? Because it's about sex. That's what's happening. 110%. They're watching. They've sent people out to get me several times now, right? But it's just like an inception. It's like walk away from the car. Walk away from the car. Who do you think they're talking about, right? They're talking about there's elements of our government that are dressing up as other people. They're not. They're outside of the law and jurisdiction of the United States of America. Get your 2A. If you're a white guy, you are in trouble. Get your 2A. If there's somebody pretending from the government, there's literally people in the government who are pretending to be federal officers. They're not. The Social Security Administration said that, right? The news said people are impersonating Secret Service agents because they're out to get people's story. This is all about sex. All right, the computer's starting to act slow. All right. My computer's getting hot, or it might be my buddies in the Air Force trying to hack my computer. This is where they made the inspiration for Spider-Man. I'm going to tell you why. Because of the rain, right? This area that I'm in currently, right now, there's a lot of inspiration for the movie Spider-Man. And I'll play the trailer too. He's starting rain, and then the red Spider-Man. They're literally smoke stop smoking, Russian doll, right? There's literally this area, people were sitting here, somebody that I know, and writing. This has been a source of inspiration. I know it, I can prove it 110%. Anyway, so what I'm saying here is I don't want to do this. I don't really want to do, I didn't want this to be my life, but it is. They're literally using my ideas and my stories. They're literally using my ideas and my stories, and they're using them for their own selfish purposes, and then they're trying to come get me. They're trying to like destroy me, so to speak, and it's terrible. There's been elements of our government who know about it, and the Social Security Administration, I'm going to mention it again because I don't know when this cut off. They left a message on the Social Security Administration answer machine saying there's people impersonating federal officers. The news, you can look this up online, so there's people impersonating Secret Service agents. They are criminals. They are demonic. It's about sex. It's Santana, a game called love, right? That's exactly what it is. I'm going to post it too. Santana, a game called love. No, what it is it's a game for girls to find a certain type of genitalia that they like. That's what it is. Look at all my photographs. That's what it is. Game of love? No, they're trying to lock me up and steal my stuff, right? That's exactly what they're doing. And the government knows, but there's certain elements of the government, and they put all this stuff in Key and Peele. The guy backed in his car, right? And he was like, no, don't get back in your car. Don't get back in your car. Because they know they're stealing. They know they're stealing. They know it. Inception was like, walk away from the car. There's these people. They're literally trying to steal, and they're intimidating. They're trying to use intimidation tactics. This is no longer the United States of America. I'm sorry to say that. People just don't know about it. There's a lot of people who do. This is no longer. I am currently in what is formerly known as the United States of America. There is a Cold War happening right now, and it's hot, right? It's about sex. Didn't want this to have to be like this. This is what it is. There's a Cold War happening right now, and I'm literally right in the middle of it. So you cannot trust anyone. Watch the Key and Peele thing. Trust no one. It's literally the truth, right? It is literally truth. Alien impersonators, but they're literally trying to steal my stuff, and they have. I'm posting it. Look on my Facebook page. Look on my IMDb page. They're They're using intimidation tactics. They are trying to scare me, right? And they're doing a pretty good job. And then what they're trying to do is they're trying to steal my stuff. That's exactly what they're trying to do. You have to look at all my stuff. What I'm saying is the truth. You can look up online. People are impersonating federal officers. People are impersonating Secret Service agents. They are lying through their teeth. It's criminal activity. It is against God's will. It is against the Geneva Convention. It is a war crime what they're doing. It's a crime against humanity what they're doing. I looked up a crime against humanity. It's talking about people's dignity, the dignity of man. That's what they are literally trying to destroy me. I'm going to tell you why right now. 8:30. I'm going to get this till 10. And we'll talk about Catherine Rogers. There was a web series that I did called I Twinkle back in 2007. There was a lot of pink and stuff like that. I played a guy named Tommy Dure, D-U-R-E. Eyeliner, was wearing eyeliner. Thought it was kind of cool. There's rock musicians wear eyeliners. The second time I was wearing eyeliner in a project. I don't know if I can find anything on it online, but it was in my high school, my hometown newspaper. You can probably find something about it online. Anyway, Catherine Rogers, the second time they had me in eyeliner, and it was to feminize me. I know it was. And then you can look at these photographs. Catherine and I were sleeping together, and they look at the photographs. She has all these demonic, devilish grins, like she was up to something, and it's standard deviation, right? She was with me like this, right? And then there's the red line, and it goes back up like that, right? Because it's like you be with a guy that you want to get stories with, you sleep with somebody else who's actually writing and creating the content, and then you get back with the guy that you're with, right? That's what the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, that's what they're trying to do, right? So it's like standard deviation. That's what she was trying to do, and she had that stupid grin on her face. evil grin, because that's what they were planning to do. And you can see it in all their symbolism, right? Standard deviation. You're with one guy who's cool and you want to get his stories. You go with some other bonehead who you're going to screw, right? And then you go back with like the guy that you were originally with, right? And you have all these stories to tell. Kate Bush running up the hill. That's what this is. Like, wake up. Get your freaking 2A, right? That's your gun permit. You literally cannot trust anyone if they are with the Social Security Administration is putting out SOSs, because it's like they can't even come out and say it, the news, because it's like there's people with guns and they come out and they're like scary, right? So it's like, this is no longer the United States of America. What I grew up in thinking it was the United States, this is no longer the United States of America. What I'm saying is 110% true. Standard deviation. Look at the chart that I did. It goes like that, right? You're with a guy, you get his stories, you go with the people who tell the stories, like the boneheads that suck, right? And then it's like they go back with the guy. That's literally what they're planning. I can prove that. Look at standard deviation. It's terrible what they're doing. So anyway, they were trying to feminize me put me in eye makeup. I thought it was a cool thing, right? I didn't know they were trying to feminize me. And then I can prove that, right? So then it's like because of the 3 videos that I made, right? It's getting too hot again. All right, because of the videos that I made. Let me just wait here for a second. I got to get out of the. All right, it's because I was in the sun and there's places crawling with them. They're just watching me. And I can prove it. I'm going to have to start taking pictures of these license plates. They're literally my initials, numbers that are important to me, stuff like that. People walking around with shirts, and they all say the same thing one day or all the same color the next day. Anyway, it's just like, and then there's criminals in government uniforms and using intimidation and crimes against humanity, destroying the dignity of man. Anyway, so I made these 3 videos, and that's why they set up the eye twinkle. She does have your eyes, right, with the eye James Bond thing, right? That's what they're doing. This is my video because it's Poltergeist. That's what it is. It's with my secret name and Catherine Rogers' birthday numbers on the red shirt that woman is wearing when she's doing the thing at the end. So anyway, but that's what's happening right now. So, and I don't like it. I mean, who would, right? So they happen to be after me now. They're using intimidation techniques, right? I'm a civilian. It literally is a crime against humanity. It's like I can't go see family or friends or anything like that. It's like people are literally after me. And look at my stuff. It's like, what's this guy saying? Is this guy saying it's true? Just go look at it for yourself. 110%. Look at all the symbolism, and their symbolism will be their downfall, right? It says that in the Bible, right? They're literally breeding whores. It's the whore of Babylon, right? This is literally like from like Revelations. Look at my stuff. Is what this guy's saying true? Look for yourself. Are there people impersonating federal officers? Yes, there are, right? Without you, we can't win this war. That's what they said in Stranger Things, right? Without you, we can't win this war. Anyway, I think I've said enough what I needed to say right here, but this is no longer the United States of America. It is 110% not. Advin. Vin is vine, like vino, wine. V is also a necklace. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff happening. Anyway, this video is all over the place, but what I'm saying is true, and that's what's happening right now. And then what happens is that's why they do it to one or several, a select group of people, so they can get their stuff, and then they can utilize their stuff. It is terrible. The United States is literally in a war right now. It is a cold war, a hot cold war, because it's about sex, right? And it's about women getting a certain type of genitalia size. That's what it is. I'm sorry to say it. That's what it is. And then it's Michelle Branch, Game of Love. Oh, it's basically like for the women. I mean, it's a game, right? Russian Doll. You created a game, right? And then the one guy says, looks probably supposed to be Paris Duncan, says, it's stupid, right? And that's just what something from Ghostbusters, what they said. Anyway, that his mind is totally blank. Anyway, so it's almost 15 minutes here. That's what's happening right now. There's literally people after me. They're after my stories, right? They're trying. There's the women that I've been with, standard deviation. They're getting with a certain type of guy. They get with the people that tell the stories, and then they get back with that guy after they've had the standard deviation thing. Look at all the symbolism in all my photographs. That's exactly what it is. Kate Bush literally is the devil. She is the devil, 110%. And the only thing that can fight darkness is light. God said, "Let there be light," right? And it's the truth hurts sometimes. What I'm saying is the truth. That is what's happening. There are people who are dressed up as representatives of the United States of America who are enemy combatants. They are enemies of God. They are enemies of the Constitution of the United States of America. They are the Antichrist. Literally, I can prove that. They're literally the Antichrist. They are enemies of God, the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and they're enemies of the United States of America. The United States of America, I'm sorry to say, does no longer exist. It no longer exists right now. So, information is power. Light defeats darkness. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. Watch Gwen Stefani's "What Are You Waiting For?" Right? And she's like crying. Watch Pink's "You in Your Hand," right? And she's like, it's like all of those are they're bits of information. They're sexual pieces of information. That's what they're doing, right? And then Gwen is crying in the thing, right? Because like the girlfriends of it, it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. They're literally stealing my ideas, right? Watch my stuff, right? They're literally impersonating officers, federal officers, law enforcement, right? And they're criminals, 110%. They think they're the good guys. They're the Antichrist. That's what they are. Anyway, the computer's getting hot. I'm gonna have to. This was kind of a sloppy video, but I had to get it out there.